Can you hear me?
Yeah, I heard it.
It's good little bitch.
It's good. Where's your picture though?
Okay, give me 1 second. Wait, are you recording right now?
Yeah, it's recording.
I literally just called you a little bitch.
That's fine. I don't even know if it's okay.
Okay, wait, hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm pulling it up on my laptop, so I need to join in with the video.
There we go. Perfect.
So hold on, give me 1 second. Dude, this is so annoying.
Yeah, especially when you're being a little bitch.
Yes. How you been? What's new?
How you been?
I've been good. I've been fucking good, bro. The supplier that I had just sent me two more items that we're gonna be selling, so I'm pumped. They look pretty nice.
That's
They
awesome.
look pretty nice, yeah. I'm fucking pumped, dude. We did 15K this. Well, we're probably gonna close this month around like 15, 17K.
No way. That's
So
fucking
that's
awesome.
gonna be fun. Yeah. So we've done.
Congrats, bro.
And did I tell you about the funding that we're gonna get from the Indian investors? That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, you said that like 200,000 or something like that.
Yeah, dude. And so for right now, we have an investor. He's in the US. He wants to invest 12K, and he's gonna get like a 25% return in like a year.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, very good, and literally any standard.
That's insane. Wait, where's your picture?
I know. I'm pulling it up right now on my laptop. Hold up, it's
Okay.
like loading.
Oh, you're on your Zoom on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that makes sense. Use your phone for everything.
Because I know, but it's on my phone for Oh, you need to let me in. Okay.
I did admit you. There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn my video right now.
Yep.
Because my phone is because my laptop, like the audio on my laptop is messed up.
Yeah. You need a new laptop too, huh?
I do so bad, bro. So bad.
Now with a 7K a month, 17K a month, you can afford that.
But I have two more partners. I gotta think long term.
Yeah, you
Gotta
gotta
reinvest
spend
every
on
penny.
profits. You gotta think compounding interests.
Exactly. As long as this laptop is good, I don't need to change it.
That's facts. That's
There we
fine.
go. Now you see my beautiful face.
Yeah, that's awesome. So
Okay.
thank you for coming on my podcast. Bro,
Absolutely, bro. It's a
gotta
pleasure
introduce
to be here
yourself.
with you, Mr. V. What?
You gotta introduce yourself. Who are you and what are you doing?
My name is Mateo Echeverri. I just graduated about a year ago from Oswego as well. And right now I'm mostly building a couple brands doing drop shipping. So for those that are not familiar with drop shipping, it's basically a model where I have all of the storefront in terms of the website built, the marketing, the ads, publicity, all of that front end stuff, and then whenever I get an order in my online store, whichever brand I'm building at the time, then the supplier, I'll send the orders to the supplier and they ship it directly to the customer. So I personally never go in contact with the actual products. I don't have to worry about the supplier or anything like that. And it's fairly easy. I mean, and everything is pretty automated. We actually just hired a VA yesterday. I just got done training him. Niche Cars. Yeah, we pay him like 150 a month. Dude, outsourcing is so cheap when you do it abroad. Yeah, we pay him like 150 a month. And he does like, yeah, it literally is the future. Yeah. It literally is the future.
You see that with like a lot of bigger companies now as well. They just outsource their companies to the they changed the company from like the US to other countries because other countries, like now with corporate taxes going up and everything, like everything is going to get outsourced to cheaper countries. Because why do you want to overpay for someone doing it in the US when you could just ship?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
It doesn't make sense.
And the quality is amazing from like the work that like these people, like people from the Philippines, people from India, Pakistan, they are immense hard workers. Oh my God. Like they go on and they're really good at what they do, honestly. I mean, obviously, I don't want to generalize. Obviously, some of them are not good, but some of them, the ones that I've come in contact with are amazing. Just extremely hard workers. Like this guy that we're working with right now, I think he's about our age. I'm not 100% sure. Might be a little younger. But he works pretty, I mean, I don't want to say all day. Like he obviously splits his time because the work that we give him is not hourly based. It's not like a 9 to 5 where you have to show up at a certain time. We do have certain timestamps based on like the requirement that we need him to do for certain jobs. Like for example, I'm making him do texting customers from abandoned orders because it converts so well. So for example, if the customer goes into our website, adds the cart, initiates checkout, but doesn't purchase, then he'll, as a live chat, he'll send them a text and see if there's anything any questions that they had with the order. And just try to like pick and try to find out the reason, the objections as to why they didn't complete the purchase.
And you see what works with the site and what doesn't, right?
Exactly. Yeah, sort of. So it's more than surveying, is just to convert. So then he'll solve any questions that they have. And like some customers maybe have a question about the product, about the battery, about the sound, whatever it is of like whatever product that we're selling. Or it's just a price objection where they just need a little push, like a little 10% discount. And so he just creates a specific discount for them and then they convert. Did it pretty well. I tried it with 5 customers and that's why we decided to outsource it, because it was working so well and the conversion rate was so high.
Okay, that's good though. But do you pay him like, do you get him like, does he get also money, or does he also get money for sales he gets? So if he gets a sale, does he like, okay, so it's not like that.
No, because he's not a partner, you know, he's an employee. So he gets a salary. So he gets a monthly salary. We don't even do it hourly because we give him a lot of freedom too.
That's actually, but he probably has more businesses to, like, he's probably a VA for like, he's not only the VA for your business, he probably has like other businesses.
Oh yeah. Because these guys are going everywhere.
It doesn't take that much. It does, like the amount of work he's got doesn't fill up 168 hours a week. Like,
100% it does not, bro. 100% does not.
He has a lot of free time.
Maybe like a couple hours in the morning, then he'll send some orders. Like I would say top 3 hours a day that he's putting in. You know what I mean? It's nothing crazy, and it's pretty light work. You know, it's very like copy and paste methods. We also, I gave him the templates for everything that he needs to do, and he's in constant contact with us on WhatsApp if he has any questions.
150 a month is a lot though. For India.
For India, yeah, it is. It is, dude.
It's 3 times the minimal. 3 times the minimum wage there, which is like $2 a day, $50 a month.
It's insane.
That's what I'm sure. That's what they pay their
workers. It's insane. Isn't that insane?
Yeah, $2 a day for like the workers.
Dude, the currency conversion is insane. Like that's what my partners, because my partners are from India too, and they were saying that if we have like a 5-figure USD company, it's 7 figures over there in India, and so it's a huge. You know what I mean? Like for the funding that we were gonna do with the investors, the minimum requirement was to do $1,200 a year. And we did 30K in 2 months. So you can see the disparity between like the currency conversion and stuff like that. And
but at the same time, stuff costs more money in countries where like that. It's like they don't have the same prices. Like a soda is probably like a couple hundred rupees. Like it's like it's just evil. Like just it doesn't add up in a sense. That's the same with Norway. Norway's currency is way like less strong than the dollar, but the prices are just higher. So it's just that's how they convert it.
Everyone is rich in Norway.
Yeah,
it's great. Like Norway is just like dreamland. There's like no homelessness, no one is jobless. Unemployment is 3%. It's like
I mean, it is pretty chill. I'm not gonna say Norway's a pretty good country. Like, I'm happy.
No, we gotta go skiing, dude.
We gotta go skiing.
That's gonna be fun.
Next winter we go skiing.
Swiss Alps.
That's the plan. We gotta do that. Okay, but so we kind of started this journey together. For people that know it, like we started doing like executing towards financial freedom and freedom in itself at the same time. Last year,
it was a huge mindset switch.
Yeah, we decided to start in, I think it was November or December.
It was
whole semester 2019, and then we started executing January 2020.
Like end of January though, because it was like because we came to school January 28th, I remember. And so it was actually around February because we started probably like a week or two into it. So I would say it was like, bro, it was the first day, because I remember I have it on my journal. I was checking it out. And that's when we started journaling, having like daily success habits, just pushing ourselves. Dude, we started going to the gym at 7 a.m. and then class in the morning afterwards.
That's actually insane. I've had
a grind.
7 a.m. in the gym. Should have done that now too. Like
what happened, bro? What you slacking?
I'm going in the gym at night instead. I like it better. Clear my mind before I go to bed, so it's just perfect.
Are the gyms open?
Yeah.
It's good? Do a lot of people go?
Not that many go, honestly. I went yesterday morning. It was nice.
Oh, really? What time?
At like 10:30.
Okay, that's not bad.
It was empty. It was perfect. Like you just do whatever. So I do.
I think in the morning it's so much better, dude. Because I just get lazy at night sometimes. Like at night, I just don't want to do it. Like working out at night is great, but taking myself to the gym at night is what's hard. You know
Yeah,
what I
I
mean?
remember that one time at the library.
Oh yeah.
But you were being a
Dude, I
little
was
bitch.
ready to go to
You
bed.
were
I was
being this
ready to go to bed,
littlest
bro.
bitch ever.
I was ready to. We literally said bye on everything. I went to my room and everything.
Yeah,
I was already. I was getting my bed ready. I was
yeah,
ready to knock, and they're like,
yeah,
"No, stop being a little bitch."
yeah.
I was like, "All right." Walked, and it was snowing too.
Yeah, it was
It was
horrible out.
snowing too. It was
It was
horrible,
freezing.
dude. It was horrible. It was
Uh,
freezing. It was like a blizzard.
yeah.
And we did that too, dude. When classes were
Very
when we're
cold.
shut down because of
Yeah,
snow and like wind and all that stuff,
yeah,
dude. We had literally like probably 3 feet of snow. I
yeah,
remember it was like up to my waist,
yeah.
and I
But
had
that,
to
that
go
then
like
that time we
climbing
were at
above
the
the
little
snow.
page.
What?
That's when we
We
would
went
have got
to
the little page, right?
no. One time we went to Cooper when it was like a huge blizzard.
Oh yeah, in the beginning, but then afterwards I
Yeah,
started
yeah, yeah.
taking the bus, right?
Yeah, he started taking the bus a little bit because he was right there.
Oh, it's fucked.
Yeah, that
I
was
miss
beautiful.
that. I miss those times. Those are
Yeah, that was a good
great
time.
times.
We
Honestly,
used to
though, that's
grind in the library for hours
yeah,
too.
that's what started this whole journey. Like this
Hmm.
started the freedom journey. It's just perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of
We
figured
needed
it out.
that.
Hmm?
We needed that. That's what
Yeah,
those months, and it was not even that. It was what like beginning of January, probably like a week into January, if
yeah.
that. Then February, March, and then
But
that's it, dude. It
yeah,
was it
just
was
half
literally
of
like a
March,
month and a
like
half,
20th of March,
maybe.
and then everything shut down.
And then everything shut down. I came to the
Hmm.
city. You stayed over there,
Oh,
and then we were obviously still FaceTiming every day and
yeah,
making
yeah,
sure that we were like on our shit still.
yeah,
But that's not like when we started reading, like
yeah.
even like just books. Like
That's
we
when
got
it doubled
Audible.
down. Quarantine happened, we doubled down, and that's made us
Oh
made us
yeah,
adults. Like
big time.
I think it's gonna be a shit like dividing people, like the people that actually did something during quarantine and the people that didn't. And
Hmm.
I think it's gonna be like the Pareto principle, like 80-20. So 80%
Yeah,
of people don't do shit, and 20% of people just did a shit ton. Because
yeah,
I think it's quite obvious, like when you like look at like society, like see people.
yeah.
This is how it is. Like
Dude,
people.
the Pareto rule almost works as like because I was thinking about this the other day, and it's something that I was hypothesizing, and it's so you know how gravity, and this is a little bit it's not off track. I'm gonna tie it back, but so you know how gravity is a natural law, right? It had to be discovered, tested, replicable. I think that, and this is purely me hypothesizing that there's other natural laws
Mhm.
that just quite haven't been discovered yet or haven't been able to be tested and replicated and iterated enough times in order to be considered natural laws, but
Mhm.
that do exist that we just simply does not have discovered yet, like the Pareto rule or
Yeah.
like the rule of hierarchy, for example.
Even
There will
the
always be a
Fibonacci
hierarchy.
retracement as well.
One
Fibonacci retracement, just like a random sequence, like
things
it's
like
just
that,
like
things like that.
numbers
It's a
that
natural
come
law.
back. No one knows why.
Like the
It's just like
Pareto rule,
issue.
it's just, you can see it in nature, you can see it everywhere.
Yeah,
20% is always 80% of the output,
yeah,
no
yeah.
matter what you see
It is that
everywhere.
in every business, in every society, in everything
Hmm.
that it goes it's just how it is.
Even in trading,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
even in trading,
80% of the people are
realistically,
not
dude,
profitable.
trading is like 20% doing something, 80% waiting, and
Yeah.
that's success in
And
trading.
also
Most,
look
most
at
people
like
think that
professional
trading is
traders,
just
like probably 80
uh-huh
20. 20% are profitable and 80% are not. Of like investors.
exactly, exactly. And like the money managers,
Mhm.
the same thing,
Yeah.
same thing. Most money managers do not make money because they do not beat the market.
Yeah, and you also like you probably see that in the biggest firms and hedge funds as well. Like 20% of those people probably make the most, like make
Make
80%
the
of
most
the
money, yeah,
income, and then 80%
yeah,
make 20. Like you just, but you see that in every school class, like every time, like it goes back to that for everybody.
everywhere, everywhere.
Yes.
20% of them was always equal to, and those are the things that I was thinking about too. And another thing that I was thinking about, do you remember because you read Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill,
Oh
right?
yeah, I love that book. Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my god, it was so good. I just recommended it to a friend of mine. He loved it. He
yeah.
loved it, dude. Um,
I'm actually posting a book list, like 6 books everyone should read today on
is it
the
in one of them?
yeah. Outwitting the Devil is still at like number 6. I did that. Like that's
Okay.
one of my favorite books.
Oh, dude, one that you should really, really, because I was talking about to a couple of my. Do you remember the chat that I told that I'm always talking to you
Yeah,
about?
yeah. The
So I
Discord,
was talking
right?
to one of my the no 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 not the Discord, the other chat of like the 6 and 7 figure people.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was talking to a couple of them, and we were talking about this book, and I think you would really like it. It's called Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Caham. something like that. It is, dude.
Mhm.
It is extremely technical. It is a very technical book, but it is amazing. And
Just about trading.
it's no. It's about the okay. So one thing that I think a lot of people lack is the lack of knowledge of themselves, and knowledge of themselves in terms of, is not only like, oh, you saying like, oh, I get angry easily. No, it's like, what biases do you fall under? What fallacies do you fall victim to most often?
What kind of
What
person you are.
heuristics? Exactly. What heuristics? What type of
Yeah.
personality do you have? And the ocean, you know, ocean, the type of the types of personality, like
No, I
openness,
don't know.
neuroticism.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah, it's like a
the
psychological
personality trait in a sense, right?
personality traits. Yeah, exactly. Agreeableness, openness, all that stuff. Um, it's things like that. Like how many people truly know themselves
That's
into and break down their thinking, their behaviors, their beliefs, their actions, their thoughts.
But
A
that's
lot of people
that's
don't.
what
Most people
that's
don't.
a mental exercise everyone should do. They should figure out what
Hmm.
kind of person they are,
They should
both good
teach
and
that in
bad.
school. This should be
Yeah.
basic. This should
Oh
be like
yeah, should be
basic
first grade.
teachings of dig into your mind. Psychology should be taught in schools in
What are you
elementary
capable of?
to high school.
Yeah, it's like you got to figure out what you are capable of, and you got to explore your mind and be like, okay, is
Uh-huh.
that a situation? What would I do in that situation? You got to be honest with yourself. You got to know what kind of forces drive you and drive your
Oh,
decision making.
absolutely.
And most
Absolutely.
people don't. And that's like also it's a very distinguished difference in like between women and men in that regard as well. Women are base all like most of their opinion like their actions on their emotions, while men are more logical and like not like that, but like objectively, not things more with like logic in a sense, and
Yeah,
women
I see
more
what you're
subjective.
saying.
So
I
it's
see what you
very,
mean.
mm,
And you know, a little paradoxical to that
yeah,
is, I think, like bringing that up, I do agree with you that women might be in some instances might be more emotional
yeah.
um
But I'm
than
not saying that as a good or
analytical.
bad thing. It's just an
No, yeah,
objective
it's
observation.
just an objective observation.
Mm,
But I think women have this one huge advantage that
mm,
I wish even I had, and
mm,
it's the lack of ego. And
mm.
because ego, every single man has such huge ego, and I fall victim to this, you fall victim to
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
Whatever man says he's not egotistical, it's complete bullshit. We all want to look good, we all want to feel good. We even like to do so.
Everyone is
But women
egoist.
don't. Women many times don't feel the need to do that. There's many of them I've seen. I don't want to say most. I don't want to generalize, but
You can see that
they're
in the
just very
mothers.
genuine.
In mothers. You see that I see that in
Exactly.
my mom. You see that in your mom, and it's just
There's no ego. They're
yeah,
more people person, and this is
yeah,
why so many women fall into like social sciences,
yeah.
for example, like HR and psychology, things like that. Like and it's just, I think, over time. I mean, woman
What it is.
population obviously has
What it
grown in
is.
more
And
analytical professions, but
it's interesting now with the it's an interesting fact about Norway, for instance. Like now when like women got access to higher education and all that stuff, like you see that now it's just the amount of doctors, female doctors are like there's way more female doctors graduating from universities in Norway now than what it was before. And you see that also way more
big
man
time.
engineer
And that's all over too,
yeah, it's
in the
like
U.S. as well.
it's
Yeah.
like when they have the freedom of choice, you see that like people like it's just like you see like women goes toward like taking care of people and men goes toward like
Hmm.
fixing stuff like things like and
Hmm.
also economy and stuff like that.
It's a great compliment.
Yeah, no, it is.
I think, and I think there shouldn't be, and I think especially nowadays in this social media that we live in, where there's been such a divide between like the movement of like different superiority between genders instead
Yeah.
of the equality and complement of each other,
Mhm.
and accepting each other's individual um
Like
I want to say like
uniqueness.
yes, yeah, exactly, their uniqueness,
Yeah, like
unique characteristics.
you shouldn't go against what you feel. Like you should be honest with yourself and do what feels right
Hmm.
in a sense. Do what makes you happy. Don't think about
And it's
what other
natural,
people
and
say.
it's natural, the divide between the genders, it's completely natural. I don't
Yeah,
think, like, I agree that everyone should completely be equal, but I don't think we should ignore that there are definitely gender differences
yeah.
in many things.
There are no 100% there are, but I think the mainstream kind of has it like I think for countries and for like economies and everything to go around as we set it up today, the countries need everyone to work, women and men, and it's just like
Oh, absolutely.
it's like it's in the country's best interest, but it's not necessarily in the individual's best interest. Like
What do
I
you
think,
mean?
no, in the sense that it's like you got to. I think everyone should figure out what makes them happy and then go after that, and not really think about anything other than that. They should just try to have the best time on earth. Like try to have as best time as they can. You know
Hmm.
what I mean?
What
Like
what do you
it's
what do
like
you what do you think is the reason that people often don't go the path that they truly want, and they kind of stay wandering in something that gives them stability or temporary peace of mind?
because they don't have the well, honestly, I don't think I think a lot of people don't have the right people around them. It's like the 80-20 again. It's like most people grow up with like no people around them, like they don't see what's possible. They just fall into like the habit of not doing much. And they don't
Hmm.
realize that habits are what determines your future outcome. You just got to get into the habit of learning and the habit of being productive and executing. And then you will see results down the road. But a lot of people don't have the ability to think long term and to actually plan that stuff. They don't see the results. But like you and I, we both go to the gym and you can like see that, okay, the first month going to the gym is shit, like you're not gonna feel good. But then
Oh yeah.
after a while you start seeing results and it just gets rewarding and then suddenly you see all the
Hmm.
benefits. It's like more energy, more happiness, more like it's like it just piles on.
You just feel better.
Yeah.
Espérate, 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 es que estoy haciendo un podcast, espera. Espera. Gracias, Diego. Sorry about that,
What
bro.
are you
What
eating?
were you saying?
Is that McDonald's?
Yeah.
Cheat day? Cheat day today?
No, no, no. But that's what were we talking about? I
Mm.
completely forgot.
We're talking about going to the gym and like
We're talking about going
get,
to the gym. Yeah.
and you get
No,
your
but
little
honestly,
McDonald's meal.
success is habitual. Success is completely habitual, bro.
Oh, it is. It is. You just gotta be like I think a lot of people don't realize that habits are what determines your outcome. You just gotta get in the habit of doing something and then it's gonna do itself.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's just I don't know. Like so many people want success, they want the money, they want the cars, they want the lifestyle, they want the freedom, but most people don't want to change, and they
Yeah.
don't want to change the habits. It's like I don't know I don't know why they think that there's like this one thing that they have to do in order to get the cars and get all the money and do
Yeah.
this. Like it's not like you make a music video, you just blow up and you become 6ix9ine.
But it's, I
No,
think
it's
there's like a
completely
lot of people.
habitual.
Yeah, but I think also a lot of people they're just like waiting for everything to be perfect. They're waiting for the perfect moment and they're waiting for like the world to fit them and their personality and everything is just supposed to align and be perfect. But it's not gonna happen. That moment never comes. You just gotta start executing and like start doing that shit and create your own happiness and
Hmm.
create your own success. You can't wait for anyone else to do it for you. You gotta just show
Oh,
up.
absolutely, absolutely. No one is gonna go out there and do what you want to do for you.
Mhm.
Nobody.
No one.
It's you have to take matter like life into your own hands, matters into your own hands in every single
Yeah,
thing that you do. And a lot of things it goes into accountability too. I feel
yeah.
like people are just not accountable enough, or they lie to themselves in order to try to be accountable.
Yeah,
But
people
it's
are
just
not
they have a
honest to
fake sense
themselves.
of accountability
People are not honest to themselves. People lie to themselves to make themselves feel better.
all
They
the time.
they like their little emotions more than what they like to actually get results. And
Hmm.
like I'm not saying like it's not a that's an observation as well. I'm not classifying people as better or as worse, but it's an observation. You got to be like, okay, that's the fact of it. That's how it is.
No, but when you say most, it's 100% true.
Mhm.
Like it's most people, and I understand that you don't what you want to say, you don't want to classify, but
Mhm.
just statistically speaking,
I
most
don't want to
people
be
will not.
condescending either, if that makes sense. I want to be like, okay, just how it is.
Yeah, I mean, but one thing is that if an objective fact makes you sound condescending, that's purely on the perspective of someone feeling inferior,
Oh yeah,
because
no, that's actually true.
it's
I haven't thought about it that way before.
completely because if if it's completely objectively true, you shouldn't feel any type of emotional weight
Yeah,
towards it because
yeah,
it's just the reality of
it
it.
is what it is.
Exactly. And so
That's
if
true.
it is most people that truly don't achieve what they want to do, and like which it completely is. Most people, and I'm fairly
Never
like
achieve
I'm
it.
fairly confident saying that just statistically speaking, most people don't achieve their self actualized
Yeah,
selves. You know,
they
they
don't
reach
fulfill
their
their
nirvana of
they don't fulfill their potential.
hmm
They don't
or their
want to.
purpose or their dream, their
Yeah,
life.
and that's quite sad in many ways. But like
That's the reality.
it is the reality. It's just how it is.
It's just breaking away from the regular constructs of life.
Hmm. It's kind of interesting to like think about it because like I'm happy we figured it out, but I think like it's like most people will never take the step even. And it's I think a lot of people are just afraid of what their family, friends, or like that they're gonna think about them if you just try, and they're like scared of failing as well. They don't realize that like okay, you never fail, you just learn. Like it's just it's a process of trial and error. It's like it's not like you build it up and then you just like suddenly there's this one day and you got it's not like it's a process of like you always
Hmm.
fail and then you got to correct it and then you just work towards like an overarching goal.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's not just one move that you do one day that
Mhm.
gets you ahead 10 steps.
Yeah.
It's always 2 steps forward, 1 step
Mhm.
back, 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Yeah.
It's a gradual increase of just every single day trying to get a 1% better.
Yeah.
Whether that is maybe one day you got 3% better, one day you got 1% worse, one day, but then it averages out to a 1% better every day. You're
Yeah.
gonna be very, very well off every
Yeah.
single year by doing that.
You
Like
are
if you
gonna
guys,
get you're
if
gonna
you
get a
read
lot
every single
better.
day, what?
Yeah, with that growth mindset, that's the key. Like you're always gonna get
Oh
better.
yeah.
Then it comes into like compound interest of that as well. Like
Hmm.
when you start doing that, like like we're gonna obviously keep this like I'm thinking for me I'm obviously gonna keep this up my whole life. I'm always gonna have growth mindset, but people starting today are never gonna catch us because we already have a
Yeah,
year in them. But that again is not a reason not to start. That's even more of a
that's
reason
the
to
thing.
start.
That's the thing.
It's like okay they're never gonna catch us, they're never gonna get as far as we will because we started before them, but at the same time that's more of an incentive for them to start because if they never start they're just stuck and
And
then
it's probably just based around a fear of failure at the end of
yeah
the day. It's
yeah
completely all based on fear. I mean, not taking the leap and all
mhm,
that stuff. I mean, it's always imagining the worst case scenario.
it is
Always.
it is I think
It's
that's
never real realistic.
no that's the thing and people think worst case scenario and they don't think best case scenario like
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
and they
Never,
just
never.
attach their like their ego towards that the worst case scenario. Like I couldn't
Hmm.
handle that. No, it's just like it's not. First of all, that's never gonna happen. Second of all, it's probably people are you're probably gonna get you're gonna meet a lot of cool people. You're gonna meet people that are interested in similar stuff. And you're gonna be like you're gonna realize oh that's failure that doesn't really matter. It's like no one really gives a fuck about that.
Exactly. And just living a life full of regret of like the would have, could have, should have, that must suck. Like
Mhm.
not knowing and always wondering what would have happened if. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like,
yeah,
and you see this across so many times where like people that, and I don't want to again I don't want to generalize, but let's say hypothetically like someone that works a 9 to 5,
Mhm.
um and they think that college was the best time of their life or the best years of their life, and
Yeah,
that's kind of sad. If you don't think
yes,
that the future is the best thing that you have ahead,
yeah,
you're probably not in a very good place in life.
yeah.
You're
You're not.
not planning and growing towards your future. I can't wait for my future. I mean, college was great, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
it's in the past. I can't wait for what's coming.
No, but I agree with that. It's like I decided that quite early. Like, I'm not going to not peak in college. Like that's not the place. Like I have more in store to me. My potential is better and bigger than college. And I think a lot of people are in that mindset of like, oh, after college it's just going to be work and boring. Like, okay, well, if you have that mindset, it is going to be work and boring. Like you're not going to have fun. You gotta switch it up a little bit. You gotta think about it in a more creative way and design a life that you want to live, that makes you
Oh
happy.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's what we do. Like that's why we have like online business. That's why like you know how to trade. That's how you like it's making money from the laptop. You can have that
It's a
anywhere in the
laptop
world.
lifestyle.
Yeah, it's like
Oh yeah.
you're self-sufficient. That's the beauty of it.
Hmm. So
That's
self sufficiency is key.
yeah,
And that's a weird thing. Many people don't want to like become entrepreneurs or try to start a business or trading or whatever it is, investing because they
yeah,
think it's risky. Risky is working at a job and having your income depend on literally one thing and one source that if you
yeah,
get laid out, you're literally one step away from
yeah,
poverty. That's scary.
yeah,
That's risky. That you're not in control of your own income and
yeah,
you can only get like a 3% pay raise a year.
yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah, you're
That's
not in
really
control of
scary.
your life. Those people are not in control of
That's
their
not
life.
having control.
And it's like,
You're giving up entire control
yeah,
to someone
I
else.
think you said this to me before. Like the average millionaire has like 7 streams of incomes,
Yeah.
and it's like that's freedom. You don't have to
Hmm.
depend on one of those income streams. You have 7 different kind of income streams. It's like okay, if one fails, well, you got six.
You already know that you got other cars going around putting
Yeah,
fuel into those cars, and they can take you anywhere.
yeah. It's
Just
like
tools.
it is tool. That's what money is. Money buys you freedom. Money
Yeah,
buys.
money's just a tool.
Yeah, it
It's just a
is.
number.
It's a tool so you can spend your time the way you want to spend it. So you don't have to do stuff
Hmm.
you want to do. It's that's at least my view on it. That's why I love money.
Do you,
I say
do
that I love it. I
you,
say that shamelessly. Like
that's I mean, the people that think that money is evil and that they hate money, they've realistically never had any.
yeah.
Because otherwise they just simply wouldn't think so.
And also
And
it's because
maybe
they don't
they've
know
just
what money
had
is. They don't know money.
what?
They don't know money. They don't know how to get it. That's like it's a reason school don't teach you about money. It's because the government don't want you to know how to utilize it. They don't want you to know how to
Yeah,
like understand how it works because then you can take advantage of the system.
because people are an asset for the government. Those W-2 employees, the ones that
Yeah,
get a paycheck every month, they're an asset to the government, paying tax every single year, all that stuff.
yeah,
You're just an asset to the government. You're
yeah,
making money for the government,
yeah.
and so you can't tell like it's weird because the people that don't understand money, that don't understand tax laws, like the people that say like eat the rich, they
Mhm.
just simply don't understand how it works.
Yeah, they have
Of
no
like
idea.
one man builds, $1 billion company
Mhm,
from scratch, employs millions of people,
mhm.
feeds thousands and
Families.
hundreds of thousands of families,
Yeah,
and yet for some reason he's evil
yeah.
and a hoarder of wealth,
And
no
people
matter
are
how
just
many
like focusing
foundations
on
he
the wrong
starts.
stuff. Like there's like 10 minutes left of this Zoom meeting, but yeah, I think people are just focusing on the wrong stuff. They
Oh,
don't
absolutely.
they don't realize it's like you're gonna work for money. You're gonna work for money your whole life. You're gonna show up to a job 9 to 5, and the goal of that is for you to get a paycheck, so you get money, so you can spend your time in a certain. You can have a certain maintain a certain lifestyle.
Hmm.
You don't know anything about how money works. Like we haven't like money is not just a coin. It's so much more than that. It means so much
Yeah,
more. And it's like
it does.
if you have money, you have power. You can make people do stuff for you. You can pay them
I
to
mean,
do it.
obviously,
That's what you
money's
do
not
with me.
everything.
Hmm?
Like obviously, and we know money's not everything, but it
Yeah.
definitely allows for a big space. Like if
Yeah.
for example you have a job and you only get paid when you're there. I
Mhm.
mean, if something happens, say your mom gets sick, she lives in another country,
Mhm.
and you need to be with her for, let's say, 2 3 months, you might get laid off, you're not going to get paid, you're going to be worried about bills. That is a very stressful thing.
Yeah, it is.
That's an extremely stressful thing. That is one of the number one causes of, let's say, relationships that are breaking up, divorces, and all that stuff is financial issues,
It,
financial stress.
it is.
Suicides happen because of financial stress. Like
Mhm.
so many issues come from financial stress, and many people. I don't agree with many people that say that the solution is just to give away free food, that everything
Yeah,
should be free and everything should. No, it's
it should
people
be free.
should 100% work for it because
Yeah.
that's just how the world has always worked.
And
You either
also
trade
the
or
thing like when people
make
say oh,
money.
education should be free. Oh, so you don't so teachers shouldn't like their work doesn't matter. Their work is not valuable. Like what? Like you're gonna be a professor without or a teacher without getting paid for it. Like that's like everything shouldn't be free because people give value. People give value and then they get value back in the form of money. So
So
kids should
I
cost money.
that's true. That's very true. That's very true. But I think general education to some extent should be free.
No, I
But
agree with that.
general education is
Nothing is free
probably
though.
about 20%. Like from everything that you and I have done,
Mhm.
general education probably accounts, I would say, for about 30 to 40%, and self education and self learning accounts for a solid
Yeah,
70,
but
60 to
yeah,
70%.
I agree with like educate like elementary school and stuff. I shouldn't cost money. Like the government could pay for that. Like you just gotta have taxes, but you gotta understand it's not free because
Oh yeah, no,
someone
nothing
is
is free.
paying for it. Like
There's no
the
free lunch.
government, the fact
Like
that the
that doesn't
government
exist.
now is
There
just
is
like
no free
printing
lunch.
up money, like that is not free. That's taking away value from your future. That's
Yeah.
that's how the government are funding this whole operation with the pandemic and shit like that. It's like it's
But
not
the
free.
focus,
Far from it.
but no, that's 100% true. That's
Especially
100% true.
that education.
But the whole system is not built
Mhm.
right. Even the whole education system, whether it's free or not,
Mhm.
they're still not teaching the right stuff. How is it that when people are gonna go to college, you're talking about 18-year-olds going in $150,000 debt
Yeah.
to go on a degree that they don't even know if they're ever gonna use or want to even study for
Yeah.
just to party every weekend, then come out in debt and
Yeah.
know nothing and
Yeah.
get a mediocre paying job. I mean,
Yeah.
college is very, very, very low ROI.
Yes.
Like you're gonna get in $100,000 debt to get a 60K a year job. That is
Yeah.
the worst ROI in the world.
Yeah, and it's just getting more and more expensive. It's like they call it the price of university degree has like it's increased way more than the price. It's like it's inflated extremely. It's like you don't get what you pay for anymore.
Yeah.
Like now in college, you get like we have it's so much free time, and like all the class, like a lot of the classes are just bullshit. So it's like the best bet in college is actually to just take classes and then you double down on self-education. You have the time
Why
to
should
do
you
that.
even take general classes in college? That just absolutely makes no sense.
It doesn't.
And there's
It
also
doesn't
very,
at all.
very little practical application in colleges.
Yeah.
Like in colleges, it should be divided between semesters. It should be probably like 25% learning, 70, like 80, 75% applying,
Yeah.
and truly just bringing the craft into life.
Yeah, it's like
Rather than just keeping it as theory.
it's
Everything
like
looks
doesn't
amazing
matter.
in
It's like
theory. Everything.
yeah, like now you have like you go to college, but then you go start a job, and then you have to have like 3 months of like you're not working, you're like learning how to work. Like you're learning how the job
Yeah.
works, and that's what you should have spent your last 4 years understanding. Like
And that's what's crazy to me. That's insane.
yeah,
Like
I
that's
don't get it.
like if you get a business degree, they teach you how to work in a business, but they don't teach you how to build a business.
Yeah.
That just makes no sense to me.
But at the same time, though, like the business degree, like you just like frame it differently. But like instead of looking at someone else's business, you'd be like, okay, how do I apply this to my life? Like that's like
Exactly.
how does this apply
Exactly.
to me? Like you don't give a fuck about the business. Like no one cares about that shit. You gotta figure out how you can utilize some of the information you're learning.
Classes are completely outdated too. Like marketing classes,
Yeah.
like just I mean, I don't know if you've experienced this on some of your classes, but for example, like the marketing classes that he teaches in college, none of the stuff is actually being used. Like I do marketing every single day. I run Facebook ads, Google ads, Snapchat ads.
Mhm.
They've never taught anything like that in college. How is it that a person with a marketing degree doesn't know how to run Facebook ads, doesn't know how to actually make a publicity in one of the biggest social media marketing sites to
Mhm.
that converts cold targeting the best? And most people don't even know what cold targeting is.
Yeah.
Most people with a whole marketing degree don't even know what a Facebook ads
Yeah.
dashboard looks like. They have no idea how to do it.
Yeah.
They just think it's a little PPV strategy of product people placement. Like it's
Yeah.
stupid. There's all theory and zero application.
Yeah, but that's like the digitalization we had like the last 20 years, like social media and all that stuff. It just made marketing and everything else way easier.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like the school system needs to update the curriculum in a sense. Like
Everything.
the teachers as well need to take that step and be like, okay, this is how it's done. But university today, like higher education is not valued. Like no one values that. Like it's not, you're not here to be educated, you're here to get a certificate so you can get a job.
Mhm.
Like you're not here to learn shit. You're not here to learn
Yeah.
about your life. And that's obvious. It's quite obvious that it's
And that's what we were talking about the other day. Most people just go to memorize, not to truly learn. Why would you need to study for a test? Why elaborate cramming with students? And I'm faulty of this as well. I don't take myself out of this equation. But if you truly wanted to learn to learn and to know a subject, you wouldn't need to study for it, because you only need to study for something that you truly don't understand. If you understand it, you wouldn't have the need to memorize it.
Mhm.
It is that simple. If I quiz you right now on trading, whatever it is that we just talked
Yeah.
about the other day, you would pass it with flying colors.
Yeah,
And
100%.
you don't have to study for an hour. And
Yeah,
so it's like
I know how it works. And so do you. Like we have the knowledge of that already. But yeah, it's people. Yeah, it's weird how the society today has become. Like,
Yeah.
it's weird the focus, and it's not sustainable. It's not. It's very
It's
obvious
not.
that it's not sustainable. Like
And colleges are so rudimentary. There's no they're not incentivized to change their whole structure,
yeah.
which is fucked.
Yeah, it's got to come. It's got to come because eventually, like now, like people are going to just like, no, I don't want to go $100,000 into debt to get a degree
Literally.
that pays me 40,000. It doesn't make sense anymore. Like
Literally, bro.
if I was 20 years old now, I wouldn't go to college.
Yeah, if I knew everything I know today, I probably wouldn't have either.
At the same time, though, I've had a fucking great time in college. Like I met a lot of cool
That's the
people.
thing. Yeah, me
I've had a
too.
lot of fun.
No, but
Like-
I will say my degree really did help me a lot. Like
Mhm.
because it's psychology. I think psychology is the best degree that you could ever have.
I like
To
broadcasting.
be truthfully honest.
Mhm.
What?
I think broadcasting is perfect as well. I think like just I want, I want to have a production company in like 15 years, something like that. I would travel the globe and just film it, cool stuff.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be awesome, dude.
Yeah, I think
You
so
should,
too.
you should film all of the traveling things that you do. That'd be like that'd be lit with like a
That would be,
GoPro. You get some nice editing.
that
That'd
would
be
be
pretty
lit.
cool.
That would
That'd
be
be
lit.
pretty cool.
No,
Do you
but
follow this guy GA God on Instagram? It's like a forex trader.
yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard of it.
Oh, dude, he's all about like mindset, all the stuff that we do, like business mindset. He's also a trader. He runs also like a hedge fund.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a hedge fund, like you know FTMO.
Oh, is that the guy that has? I think you showed it to me. Is that the guy that lives in Bali?
Yes, yeah.
Yes, you
Him.
showed it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
what a
That's a
boss.
sick life.
That is the life.
That's what
That
we're
is
doing in
the
the
life.
fall.
Yeah, that's
That's
what we're gonna do.
literally how we're gonna
I'm
live
doing
in the
the Swiss
fall.
Alps. I'm doing the
That's-
Swiss Alps in
yeah.
December and
Yeah.
January.
Oh, it's gonna be sweet. That's gonna be sweet.
God.
I
That's
can't
like
wait,
in 2 months.
brother.
That's gonna be fun, bro.
Yeah, but this podcast is under a minute until it's
Oh yeah,
gonna
until it turns.
close it down. It was a pleasure having you as a guest.
Thank you, bro. I really appreciate everything. Thank you for having me, man. It's been a good talk.
Yeah,
Always good talking to you, bro.
yeah. Well, we'll catch up during next week. We'll do that.
Definitely will,
Take
bro.
care.
Definitely
Good
will.
luck with
Shoot me
the
a
store
call.
and everything. It's awesome. Always awesome
You
talking
too,
to you.
bro.
Okay,
Always
nice.
awesome talking to you as well, man. Take care.
You too. Take care. Bye bye.